Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to try something a little different with a diverse world and do some training for the GeoGuessr Battle Royale game format. I'm going to hit play and try and guess the country I'm in, but do it without the moving pan or zoom settings allowed. So they'll be switched off and I'll just have to guess the country based on where I've been before. Now, I have done this once or twice before on my channel, and sort of do it occasionally, just, you know, myself to try and improve my game. So let's start the game and see how we do. Don't anticipate getting a high score here or anything. It's about guessing where we are, without being able to move, or at least get it on first impressions. Now, we're looking... Where are we looking? We're looking sort of just northeast, and it seems the sun is ahead of us in the north, which is a bit strange. These kind of, I don't know what they are, but olive trees to me make me think of Italy, and Croatia, places like that, and it's got that sort of dry landscape of Croatia. But the fact that the sun is, well, I don't know, fractionally in the north, might suggest otherwise. So I'm going to go for this one with South Africa, because it's the only other place that I'm thinking of that has got this big landscape, and this is what we're looking at here. These hills into the distance. It's dry, but I'm not sure. Not so confident on this one. So let's go for the guess. And we were completely wrong. It was Spain. So not doing very well. Next round. Oh, well, we've got some signs here, so that is amazingly helpful. Let's see. Now, is that Anyangri? So is that Korean? I think that might be Korean. Oh, where are we going? I always go to the wrong peninsula there. Obviously, we're talking about South Korea. And we're looking for the road numbers. And the road numbers kind of famously don't appear on the Korean Google Maps until you zoom in quite a long way. So we're looking for the 58 and the 14. So can we see those anywhere? You've got to zoom way in. You see, even now, they don't appear, which is so frustrating. And it isn't even on here. You see, it's ridiculous. How are you meant to get this? 35, right. So unless we're zoomed in this far, we're not going to get anywhere close to finding out where this is. So now, the other alternative is that we're in Japan or Taiwan. I think we can rule out Japan because we know that we'd be driving on the other side of the road. So it's not there. So maybe let's just try Taiwan. And the only reason I'm thinking that now is because when we zoomed in there to the orange road in Korea and saw eventually the road number, that 25 there is kind of in that American shield, I call that format, and that's not what it looks like on this road here. So let's back out. Usually the style of the little symbol is replicated on Google Maps with whatever the country uses. Rightly so, obviously. So let's check out Taiwan instead. And I know I said that this is just about getting the country right, and so I won't spend forever looking into it. But we see there the 14. So altogether, I'm more confident in Taiwan than I am in Korea. So let's go for that. I think we'll have this one. Nope, and we were completely wrong. We were back in Korea. So again, another complete failure. Now, where were we exactly? Because dear, this is not going so well, is it? You see, you can't see there's the 58. So the smaller roads do have that blue symbol in them, and I thought we were on a big road, which does not. So there's no way we'd have found that, unfortunately, apart from identifying the correct writing and maybe finding the right cities, which we didn't do. We're now looking south, and the sun's ahead of us, so that puts us in the north. But I would not know where this is. The foliage honestly tells me nothing. You know, it looks pretty hot. Looks like it could be humid. So, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? It doesn't look particularly European to me at all. I'm thinking maybe Central America somewhere. And we're in Italy. Okay, next round. This looks European. I can't read that writing there. Gonna go with... Where are we gonna go with? Looks like it could be warm. I'm gonna go with Serbia. And it was Poland. Okay. Next round. And we're looking dead north here at the sun, which is pretty low in the sky, so that puts us quite far in the south. Now, what do we have here? Are we driving on the left? What side of the road is this car on? I keep trying to zoom in by accident. Hard to tell now which side of the road we're on. Are we looking forward in the car or not? You can see part of the vehicle that's been used to take this shot, but I'm not sure how reliable that is. And I can't tell, because that car is silhouetted, which direction it's going in. So I'm going to go with Australia. Going to go with Australia on this one. Maybe one of these places north of Melbourne. Let's go out here. Guess. Ooh, New Zealand. View summary. Absolutely terrible. We got none of those countries right. Let's play the same map again. Play. Same settings. Start game. Got to get better at guessing these off the bat. Lots of hills in the distance. You know, relatively, this house looks a little run down, but the rest of them look quite nice. European, obviously. Gonna go with Eastern Europe. Again, Serbia. Bit better this time. Bit better. We were actually in... Is that Montenegro? Yes, it is. We were actually in Montenegro. Amazing. Fantastic. But pretty close there with Serbia. So that's not so bad. Things are looking up. This also feels European. Pretty hard to tell. Is that Greek? We've got stop here written in English. I think there's a blue EU logo there on that number plate, but can't be 100% sure. Again, gonna go Greece this time. Oh, and what was it? Was it actually Macedonia? Macedonia, but we were close there again. Two in the same region, and seem to be doing a little better. Next round. So we've got post boxes. I'm going to go with the States. Oh, and a pretty good guess for just putting the pin so high. But it doesn't matter where we're going in the country, remember. It just matters that we get the country right. And for the first time today, we've got it right. So that's good. Now we're looking at the sun low in the sky to the north again. What is that? I can't. Sherwood. Something or other. Sherwood meets. Sherwood meets. So what are we thinking? Are we thinking Australia? This looks a little more African to me, so I'm going to go with South Africa again. Again? Oh, and it was Eswatini. Goodness. Not sure we've guessed South Africa yet, actually, so maybe not. But we were close there with Eswatini. Right, okay. Next round. I would say we're marginally improved on before. Again, this looks African. Sun in the north still. And this white line in the road. I know that some people can get it from this. There's a sign here with all sorts of good information on it, but I can't make that out. We've got this red soil, these kind of low trees. It looks extremely hot. We're looking northeast, but the sun is to our right, pretty much dead in the east, I guess. So hard to tell. I think that might put us on the equator. So, you know, why don't we go with Kenya or maybe Uganda? Let's go with Uganda. Of course, now that I said that, you know, it'll be Kenya, won't it? But, oh, no, Senegal. Okay, we were in Senegal by Tambacounda. Tambacounda. What a fantastic name. Okay, so still not getting the hang of these countries, to be honest. Play the same map again. Different skill set, this. You know, in terms of deduction and so on. It's way harder to get, I think, even the country right. Now, what is that? Again, I can't read that sign. I don't know if you can or can't, but I can't. We've got a 60 sign, so we're working in kilometers. We're driving on the right, sitting on the left of the car. Again, it feels African to me. Very green and luscious here, though. Really green and luscious. So, once again, I'm thinking sort of Central Africa. I might go with Uganda again. There's no reason why it couldn't be. But, you know, I've no idea. That flag I don't recognize, and it's hard to tell what it is from a distance. It isn't the Ugandan flag for sure, but, you know, I don't think it's the Kenyan one either or anything else. It just seems to be, I think it's just a logo. And there's the trucks and so on. I'm not sure, but let's go with Uganda. I'll go with my first thinking. Oh, absolutely terrible. We were in Colombia. Totally miles away. Same sort of latitude, which helps, but that's a pretty thin silver lining, isn't it? Next round. Oh my goodness, the pain just continues. Absolutely no idea. Central Africa again. No. Let's go for somewhere more exotic. We've guessed there a lot recently, haven't we? Let's go for Indonesia. Guess. Also back in South America. So that's, you know, that's a trend, isn't it? Struggling to get the difference between South America and Africa and East Asia. Goodness. Okay, this looks American again, but could be Canada. I'm going to go with the States. Just the green signs. Oh, again. Pretty close in America. Seem to be getting even the right region. So that's okay. Same again, it would seem. Back in the US. Got a church here. Could be Canada, of course. Kind of hard to tell. There's less here to tell me that it is the States, but I'm going to guess there again anyway. Ooh, it was Canada. We were over the border in Alberta. In, goodness, what town is this? In Foremost, Alberta. There you go. Who would have expected to see that today? That's why we enjoy this game. We've got some JCBs in the river. Not sure on this one again. Let's try and at least get the sun. We're looking dead east, and the sun is kind of ahead of us, so puts us on the equator. Pretty mountainous. We've got, yeah, mountains in the distance, lots of foliage. This kind of green green and white, I don't know what this is, cloth hanging from the cables. We've failed a few times in Africa, and for some reason I don't feel that this is Africa. So again, I'm thinking Central America. Let's go with South America, sorry. You know, let's go with Peru. Ooh, and it was Mexico. Mexico. All right. Just west of Guadalajara. Fantastic. View summary. Well, again, no good. Let's try this a couple more times, shall we? This is about repetition. This is about simply doing it over and over again. So this is more training than anything else. We've got here English language. Can't read the rest of it, but see the for sale. Assume we're driving on the right here, sitting on the left. So, you know, believe this puts us in the States. Just do a quick pulse check. We're looking south and the sun is ahead of us. So that definitely puts us in the northern hemisphere. And I don't think that this is Europe. So we've gone with the States again. So we seem to be pretty good at getting the US right. In general. In general. We've not nailed it, but okay. Now the sun's in the north here. So puts us in the south. And when I see something like this, you know, I think we could be in South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. Those are the three. Now, for me, I think we're going to be driving on the left here. I assume we've been put in the forward-facing position of the vehicle that's doing this. Although we can see an antenna here, so maybe that's something off the back. But what can you do? So if we are driving on the left, that means we're sitting on the right, which is like the Brits. And I think both the Australians and the New Zealanders do that. But this looks a little more arid, shall we say, than New Zealand is. So I'm going to go with Australia. Why don't we go Western Australia this time? Somewhere near Perth. And not quite, but at least we got the country right. Good stuff. Next round. Not sure on this one. Not sure. Going with Peru. And we were in Brazil. Okay. At least we got the continent right. This looks more European. Got a white lady here. And this kind of architecture is very, very European. A little Eastern European. Don't think that's a flag. Certainly the green, green, white isn't a flag I recognise. So going with sort of Middle Europe, let's say. Let's try and get a country right. Why don't we go with Hungary this time? Ooh, and we were deep in the heart of Russia. Deep in the heart of Russia. In Glazov. Glazov. All right. Goodness. This can be painful. We're driving on the left and sitting on the right here. Definitely. We can see the road markings on the other side of the road. And so that puts us again, you know, somewhere with British style driving. And I think I'm going to go with Australia again. It's got that same arid feel to it. Those trees. And I think the sun's just about behind us there, which would put it in the north. Let's go for the guess. Yes, super. View summary. So, dare I say it, a little improved on last time. We did well in Australia. We got the US right again. And two pretty brutal ones in South America and Russia. Let's give it one more try, shall we? Play the map and really, really focus this time. Come on. Oh my goodness. What pain. Well, the sun is... We're facing dead north, and the sun... You see, you can tell I go to the sun. I refer to the sun when I have nothing else. And the sun is ever so fractionally sort of to the south. So that puts us in the north somewhere. But this landscape I just don't recognise. We've got Dark soil, dark orange soil, beautiful big sky, green everywhere, hills. Honestly, I've got no clue. No clue at all. The orange markings in the road, the yellow dash lines, 2 white lines either side, hey? So, what do we make of that? Well, I don't know. The fact that the sun's behind us is throwing me off a bit because this feels like Africa again, or it feels like Central America maybe. In fact, I think I'll go with Central America. Why don't we go somewhere up here? El Salvador. Guess. Ooh, Bolivia. And so the sun was definitely in the north. You see, that's tough. That's a real tough one. Oh, come on. And here was me hoping I'd do better this time. Well, this is England. Certainly Britain. What are we? Driving on the left? Yeah. Sitting on the right. So that spells it for me. It's quite flat here. Gonna go with middle of the UK. Could be Ireland. Could be Ireland. In fact, is it? These white lines, I don't recognize these white lines. They're not very English. Ah, maybe they are. Tough one here now. Also, this, this proves that you can definitely begin your round facing in the opposite direction. If I don't recognize my own home country, that's embarrassing, but I think I'm going to go with Ireland. It could be the UK. High hedgerows, beautiful green and verdant land, but then they call it the Emerald Isle for a reason, don't they? So I think I'm going to go with Ireland. Yes! Okay, good. I can be proud of that. That's a good one. Thank goodness I didn't go for the UK there. I recognise the difference between the UK and Ireland. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is absolutely crazy. What a landscape. We're looking dead west and the sun's straight ahead of us. This is something else. This is something else. I don't feel like this could be in the States. I feel like this is sort of, Chile, basically. Or somewhere dusty and, with these huge mountain ranges and big roads. So I'm going to go, we're either in Chile or Argentina maybe, somewhere around here. And I think we're there. The sun isn't particularly to the north or to the south, which makes it really hard, I think, to guess. But these hills on either side, the dusty landscape, the endless highway, it's kind of how I envisage this whole region, to be honest. Let's go there. Let's go there. Just on the Argentina side. Oh, we were in Chile, but we had the right idea on this one. I feel better about that. Good stuff. Next round. No idea. No idea. We've had this before, though. This kind of soil, green foliage, rolling hills. Sun's ahead of us here, but hard to tell. It's kind of ubiquitously in front of us. So possibly in the north, but maybe just above us. Did we have this before and go for Mexico? Or was it in Mexico? Or was it, I think we guessed in Mexico and it was in Bolivia. I think I might go Bolivia again then. Try and learn from some mistake. Well, I feel better about that than I would have if I'd have guessed Mexico. So that's a thin silver lining. And where is this? This looks European again. Got this guy with the orange plates and the blue thing. These poles either side of the road. Now these trees, is it just arid or is it just the winter? I think it might just be the winter here. So I've got to imagine this all nice and green as well. Right. I don't think it's Italy. You know, if it was Italy, these hills would be filled with vineyards, right? That's what all of Italy's like. So, not sure about this. I'm going to go with Slovenia. Feel like we might be around there. Guess. Ooh, France. France, but right neck of the woods, I guess. So perhaps a little tighter there. Look, this is one of the tricks I try to employ to get better at GeoGuessr, learn, learn new locations, try and pick up some tricks and tips as to, the sorts of tells that you can see early on when you're landed in a location in order to try and obviously guess where you are. Can't say I've been particularly successful this time today, but figured I would record it anyway so you can see the ups and downs of the GeoProspector channel. And look, I think with this game sometime it's about doing a high volume of guesses, and sometimes when you're really taking time over locations, it can be hard to get the frequency. So this really helps sort of up the pace and try and get that, try and get your first approximation more correct. So hopefully this has helped and been a little different for a video, and it has been interesting. Do comment down below if there's something that I missed that I should have seen that really would have told me which country. I think we've played this 4 times now, so there should have been 20 different locations there. So comment what I didn't see, what you did see. Any tips and tricks, please do let me know. As you can tell, I need all the help I can get. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.